All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Hello, I guess, San Angelo, Brownwood. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, my name is Darren Pacheco. I run a media company here in Abilene called Flights and Sights Media. Aaron was so kind to ask me to come and talk about social media with you guys. So some of the questions that I'm assuming there was a poll or some asking around. We're going to kind of touch on those. But first, we're going to talk about who we are, who I am. So I graduated from Hardin-Simmons in 2022, got a finance degree, didn't want to do finance. So I started a media company. I was like, hey, cameras are pretty cool. I saw this massive gap, especially with realtors, where it's like, because I did real estate for a few years. I'm not actively doing real estate right now. But I was like, hey, I have this listing. I need photos. I need videos to promote it. Who do I call? There was like one, maybe two people. And I was like, maybe that's something I could tap into. So decided to do that, bought a camera, bought a drone, got an Amber Alert. It's not a tornado, right? Okay. But yeah, got a drone, got licensed to fly commercially, learned up all that stuff. Yeah, now we have a studio downtown where we record videos, record podcasts, that kind of thing. So that's where we're at now. We have me, my wonderful wife, Katie, Naomi there in the back, creative director, helps with social media management, and my boy, Mike, video production assistant, helps out with the videos. So yeah, that's us. Like I said, these questions were sent in by y'all. So best practices on when, how many times, and what type of content to post on Facebook and Instagram. Hello. Best practices on YouTube, the algorithm, and if we have time, we can do a Q&A session. So we're gonna go over Facebook and Instagram first. How many of you use Facebook weekly? Okay. How many of you use Instagram weekly? Okay. Use Instagram? Either. Active. Actively. Okay, how many of you post on Instagram? Okay. Okay. LinkedIn's good. We don't have time to talk about LinkedIn today, but yeah. Oh, link it. Yes. That's great. No. That's great. That's great. So, which works hand in hand because Meta owns Facebook and Instagram now. And so everything works really well together. So, Facebook, the target audience, if you don't know, about 75% of the users are ages 35 to 65. So, what does this mean? Who's your target audience? Whenever you're trying to reach this age group, go to Facebook. When posting on Facebook, tailor your content specifically for your target audience's age group to ensure maximum engagement. So that's the first thing you're going to need to have defined is who your target audience is. And with being in real estate, if you're a first-time home buyer specialist, maybe you're going to be more towards Instagram, which we'll see the analytics here in a minute. Hello, thanks for joining. No, you're good. The second thing to utilize for Facebook is mentioned a while ago, Meta. They give you this tool, Meta Analytics. So if you go to, what is it? business.facebook.com. A lot of people don't know about this back end side of Facebook. And so this is where you can see every single thing you could possibly imagine about who your audience is, who's seeing your posts, who's engaging the most, what gender they are, how old they are, where they're at in the world. This is where you see all this stuff. So if you go into your Facebook app, you'll find a button that says Meta Business Suite. So you click on that. There's an app you can get on your phone, and you can also use it on your laptop. I use it on the laptop. It's way easier. You can also schedule posts in this. You can use it as a planner, go there for ideas, that kind of thing. So use your analytics. That's how we gauge everything for all of our social media clients. We send them like monthly reports. We're like, hey, this is working, this is not working. It shows which posts did good. If they're not working, don't post it again. Like, they don't want to see that. And we're doing all this for the consumers at this point. So posting frequency for Facebook, we're going to post about 3 to 5 times. And this is not always realistic for some people, but whenever it comes to your business, I say make it a priority. 35 times per week, about mid-morning and early evening for optimal engagement. I find that around 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon has been the best because people are getting off work, checking their phones, taking a chill pill before dinner.
Followers, if they're not engaging and I'm not engaging on theirs, it really doesn't do much for internet unless you're sponsored, right? Unless you're
Yeah. So in that case, I would say, what are you posting? Mhm.
actually looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, if people are only getting 100 people out of 500, that that tells me that those who are not engaging and actually putting the page as getting all notifications and not highlights means they're not going to get all of the content. So based off of how the preferences on the page is also how it's performing, right?
So,
On pages versus your own personal.
okay. So can you,
Sorry.
are you asking about pages or your personal?
I know, I just meant like, well, I guess it'd be the same, right? Because even if you're posting on it, if others aren't engaging or aren't clicking on yours, or you're not clicking and going to other people's,
Okay.
like liking 5 to 10 or
Yeah.
10 to 15 other people's stuff, they're not going to see your content versus all the thousands of other people they have on there, right?
When it comes to like
Does that make
engaging with
sense?
other people's content,
Does that not help your
it does.
algorithm? Yes.
It does help. So if you pick,
Sorry, that was a lot.
no,
Sorry. Just think realistically, like if you're not engaging in other posts, sometimes you can do 3 a day, and that's not really, unless you're engaging on others, that's not going to help, I find. What do you
okay,
think?
so this is 3 to 5 per week.
Okay.
Yeah. So do not post 5 times a day.
Yeah.
They will,
Don't do that. I'm just saying, those who do that.
Yeah. They will unfollow you,
Oh,
delete you,
100%.
block you. They're going to think you're spam, which is why I say 3 to 5 times per week. And yes, so like you have your personal page and your business pages. And for Facebook, it's kind of weird because they're linked, but like they're not linked. It's really confusing. When it comes to engaging on other people's pages, you want to pick the same niche. So like real estate, if you engage more in real estate content, and then once you do that, those videos will pop up in your feed and you can see what kind of titles they're using, what kind of hashtags they're using, which are all very important. We'll talk about here in a little bit. But you can use those hashtags, and people in your niche who are watching real estate videos, your videos should eventually pop up. Not if you're posting 3 to 5 times per day, though. So I don't know if that answered your question.
Sure.
But yeah, so here we go. What was next on these slides? Okay, before we move on to Instagram, any other questions on Facebook and how many times you're supposed to post? Any questions on how to see your analytics? Any of that? Those are some of the main tools that I kind of wanted to touch on that people usually don't think about. I would say 9 to 11 a.m. A hack? What's up?
Um, so like if you don't like posting all the time, and that's something that's hard, it's hard for me to do a whole lot, and then I get behind. But Buffer, there are programs out there that you can go and just set your content, set where you when you want it. You can even do it on Meta
Yes.
and set it up there as well. So that you're not feeling you are every day trying to come up with something. You can just go in there, set it up, schedule it for the month, and be done with it.
Correct. So you can
Yeah.
do that on business.facebook.com in the Meta Suite. There's also third-party ones like Buffer, there's Hootsuite, and there's Metricool. Those are the top 3 ones that we hear about and use. We usually use Metricool. There's a few downsides to that whenever it comes to like collabing on posts and that kind of thing, which collaborating is very important now. Since they made that feature available, it's been huge. But yeah, that's Facebook. It's just the percentages. So yeah,
So you do or do not use the Facebook
Yeah,
for your
I do.
scheduling?
So every client's different. So if some clients only use Facebook and Instagram, we'll use the Facebook Meta Suite. If they're doing Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, we have to use a third-party one because Meta does not own YouTube and TikTok.
Okay.
Can
That
you
makes
schedule Instagram?
Yes. From that Meta Suite, you can schedule Facebook posts of any kind. It could be a real post, story. You can also schedule to your Instagram from that spot because they're intertwined. So TikTok is the young guy on the block where the trends start, right? So it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, TikTok is like the new kid on the block. That's where trends start immediately. If you see a trend on TikTok, it's more than likely brand new. And about 1 to 2 weeks later, you'll see it on Instagram. And about a month later, you'll see it on Facebook. A little bit behind. Yeah. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook and see something that seems trendy, it's already gone. You've already missed your chance. There are ways that Facebook does better than the other platforms, like boosting posts and ads work way better than the other posts or platforms. But yeah, that's kind of how it's structured. Facebook a month, Instagram about 1 to 2 weeks, TikTok the new guy. So let's get to ask you, yeah. If you're looking for a trend, yeah. I don't even, and it's my job to like, I cannot stand TikTok. I'm in the Instagram age group. I love Instagram, but right.
Listen, I learn all my content on TikTok, all the
Which is right.
algorithms, any spreadsheet, any training I need. They have got so much AI algorithm, everything.
Which is great.
I love.
Yeah, if you're going to
real
go
estate
look for
content.
trends whenever you start posting this kind of stuff, and this is like creative stuff. This isn't like just listed posts or like pictures of your. Are we back up? Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, San Angelo Brownwood. Okay, what are we talking about? Instagram. Okay. So for Instagram, we already talked about Facebook a little bit. For Instagram, kind of similar, a little bit different. Target audience, if you're wanting to reach the, I guess it's like in between Gen Z and millennial range. You're going to be 62% of users on Instagram are in this range. So Yeah. Yeah. Um, Instagram is the same thing. If you go to your profile, you can go to Insights. There's one that says Insights, and you can view all your analytics there, just like you can also view it in the Meta thing as well, but just another option there for you. Posting frequency for Instagram, it's a little bit more of a job. You're gonna have to be posting in a perfect world once a day minimum. How do you do that? One tactic that we use is called batch creating. So we'll sit down for an hour. We'll get 10 ideas planned out. For each idea, we'll have 3 different variations of this idea. So 10 ideas turns into 30 pieces of content. And we sit down and we film for an hour straight. And then our whole month is done. So instead of taking time once a day to film something, because that adds up, you're just doing 1 hour per month, per week, whatever you set aside. And that's just a strategy to do that. So yeah, you're going to be posting daily between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Honestly, you could probably do the same thing mid-morning to early evening on Instagram. I post usually in a perfect world every day at 4 o'clock on Instagram. So
platforms, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many tools on like YouTube, so it's just getting familiar with the app. There's so many tools embedded within Facebook and Instagram that help you, like they're saying, see who's watching your content, who you're reaching. And so if you're like, oh, Instagram, I don't use it very much, there's so many tutorials out there that just kind of walk you through basic, like get started, where to look, and stuff like that.
yeah, so like on that, again, use your resources, use the heck out of YouTube, use the heck out of ChatGPT. San Angelo, Brownwood, we were talking about ChatGPT while we were offline. Utilize it if you haven't. Yeah, all right, let's go to the next post. Okay, so we kind of talked about how often we should be posting, what's the best time. So whenever you have that down, what do you actually post? So for realtors, this includes, hold on, wait, go back. Listing photos, always a great one. Don't overdo it. Don't post every single listing on your Instagram. Live streams, reels, Facebook, and Instagram stories. So you have photos, videos, live streams, and stories. These are all your options. So let's talk about what you can do with your listing photos. Is this where we have the pictures? Yeah. So this is where the importance of, first of all, photographers, which is also what we do. So this is a picture that we took not too long ago. So we have this one. And if you were scrolling on Instagram, what would you rather see? Would you rather see this one or the one with the iPhone taken with same house? There's a post right there. Okay, the next picture. Another house we did. And then same house with an iPhone. I'm just kidding. Different house. This just shows the importance of pictures and
Oh God, we have many more stories.
yeah. Is there another one after this one? Okay. Anyways, that's just a cool drone shot that I took. All right, let's go to the next one. On the listing photo posts, like I said, I would maybe do one a week. Don't overdo it on that. People really, they don't care. They're there on social media to be entertained. So
also going back to your investment in quality media, when you're getting those good quality listing photos and videos done, it's honestly like you're paying for content as well. Like you can plug all those in aesthetic Canva graphics. I mean, use them. Don't just throw them on the MLS and be like, oh, I spent $200. Wata. Like use those as part of your marketing and media as well.
Yeah, you can make photo reels where it's like the pictures line up with the music, that kind of thing. And we'll use trending audios on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, you can repurpose all the content that you get if it's a picture or video. So here are some YouTube Shorts, or also known as Instagram Reels if you're on Instagram, Facebook Reels, or TikToks. Here's a few just to give you some ideas. This first one, let's watch that one.
Guard, I don't even know what that is. Can fit inside of this freezer. 4 bedrooms and 2 of the guest bedrooms have their own private bathrooms. Put your kids in here, imagine the water bill. A lot of steps on your Fitbit. You still use those? Master.
But he takes a more humorous approach.
Master.
So like in these types of videos,
Look at the shower. I have to like both at the same time. This jacuzzi tub. I'm gonna turn it on.
yeah, that's good. So it's like a humorous, funny approach.
It's engaging.
It's
Like you
very
want to keep watching.
engaging. It's funny. You don't want to, you don't really want to look away. And the main thing is he's not trying to sell you. Like you don't feel like you're being sold to, if that makes sense. So you're watching his content. You're probably going to watch the whole video because it's entertaining. And you're probably going to comment saying, that was awesome. Like, I want to buy this house just because of this video.
Yeah, like, dang, look at that bathtub. Wait, I actually want to go look at that house.
Yeah.
You can
And
grab
so,
that. Yeah, it's huge.
Might not be yourself.
but you're watching. Yeah. So, all right, let's watch this next one. It's a little bit different approach.
Yeah, and if y'all want ideas like these, literally just go to YouTube and look up real estate shorts, and there's so many different ones. So
Yeah.
that looks like maybe their media person did that. That doesn't
Yeah.
look like an iPhone.
So these types of videos, usually the nicer homes, you can do these types of videos of just straight up the home because it's like jaw dropping. You might have to spice it up and be funny if it's like, say you got $150,000 listing. But yeah, let's look at the third one.
Funny video I saw yesterday, and it was like the homeowners explaining like, well, we didn't really get to invest all the money we wanted into it, and the real estate agent's like translating everything he's saying. It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff like that's just funny. You can really.
Headshot. Sit down. Stand up.
So in that one, it's educational, but also entertaining. So that's going to be the key. And when you're looking for ideas like this, everything you needed to be doing on social media, you need to research first, see what's trending, see what's popping, see what's going on. Yes, on TikTok, yes.
Start there.
So yeah, get all your ideas, research it on TikTok.
The importance of the sounds. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, so there's this thing on TikTok and Instagram. Facebook has it too. It's not as important on Facebook, but there's this thing called sounds. So any video, any pictures that you have, you'll pull up. I don't have a screenshot of it, but there's a spot where you can put a sound. And if there's a little arrow next to the sound, that means it's trending. And so the algorithm will push
it.
your post out there.
You can literally do that on a selfie. You're walking your dog, or like you're going to the grocery store and you just post one picture. Like you can throw a sound on it and it'll boost it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you really don't want the actual sound in there, turn it down to like 1 or 2 volume and you won't be able to tell it's there, but it's still boosting it because the algorithm sees it.
Another, I think a cool thing on TikTok, you can go on your videos and there's a portion down at the right corner that says, to see how it's performing. And when you scroll down to the bottom, it'll tell you that what people have searched. And so you can see if like Deals and Hills, are they searching that? And it tells you all the things, how they got to your page, which is kind of nice because if you are seeing that it was highly, viewed, now you know kind of what to tag that. Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, and that's where
Yeah.
the research comes in. So like,
Yeah.
that's one way to research it. Use the keywords that they're searching for in your posts and in your hashtags, and it'll boost it some more. For stories, Facebook and Instagram stories, this is more of a way. Have y'all ever seen these little bubbles up here? How many of y'all look at them every single time you get on social media? One person, two people. Okay.
There's actually been more than one time where my wife is on looking at my story and I'll ask her how to look at it because I don't look at that.
So it's at the very top of Instagram right here. Instagram utilizes it the most out of any of the platforms. This is basically a post that you can put up and then it expires in 24 hours. Then you can't see it anymore. Unless you highlight it. Do what? Kind of.
It'll go away by the end of the day.
So yeah, these posts last 24 hours unless you put it in your highlights, which is on your main profile page. But these are good to just like kind of touch base, be very, very relatable, do selfies, like pick like a quick video of like you hammering in a sign, like you can do polls, you can ask for recommendations, people can engage and like vote on the stories. You can't do that on regular posts, so that's where stories is huge. You can also put links directly to things on your stories. So use those. I would try post 1 or 2 every day. It doesn't take but 5 seconds. Don't break the controller. It doesn't take but 5 seconds to take a picture of what you're doing. They want to see behind the scenes. Like this is a perfect spot for it. See, like I just walked into this house and I saw a dead animal right there. Like this is crazy. Just simple stuff like that. Okay. Before we get to the YouTube monster, what?
She said like 15 stories a day.
15 stories a day.
Bella.
You can,
1 to 2.
yeah, minimum 1 to 2. You can do 15. I probably wouldn't recommend 15 because you got to tap tons of times to get through that thing, and people don't always like to do that. Also, whenever you're posting on stories, post your thing, wait till all of your stories expire, then post the next day. Don't overlap. If that makes sense. That's what Instagram wants you to do. So, and before we get to YouTube as well, so we have multiple people who teach us because we don't know everything, obviously. These people, I would consider them professional content creators. They have like hundreds of thousands of followers over mainly Instagram and TikTok. And so they get meetings, they get special access to Meta, who owns Instagram and Facebook. So once you hit like, I think 40,000 followers, they set up a meeting with you to get your feedback, your input on how you like the platform, what they're looking for, what they want you to push. So the last meeting that one of our partners had, they basically said, for ads, if you're boosting a post, they don't want you to boost the post as soon as you post it. So like if you post it and it does great organically, about 2 or 3 days later, then post it, because then it'll be even better. If you buy an ad on Facebook or Instagram right off the bat, they're going to actually suppress those posts after that if you don't pay for it, because they're like, ooh, this person's giving us money. Let's just suppress their posts so they buy more ads. So only boost things that do well organically. Because then after you do what? So if you post, so if you buy an ad, if you post something on Facebook or Instagram, 2 minutes later, if you boost it as an ad, the next post after that, they're going to actually, the algorithm is going to push it down because you're making them money and they want you to buy more ads. They're making money off you, so they're gonna push down your next post. Hopefully you pay some more and keep doing it. So if it organically does well, say a post gets 5,000 views on Instagram, 2 days later, then boost that, and that won't happen to you because it's already done well, and it'll do even better in the boost because you already know people like it. So. I would say you might need, that's most people. That's most people, which which is why I said that's most people. So this is why like we talk about researching and the type of content that you post has to be engaging, has to be funny, something interesting to keep them watching, to keep them engaging. If you post something engaging, it's going to get more views. So like, for example, we did one of the ways is giveaways. And like the way we do giveaways, we do good, very good giveaways. So the last one we did was like a massive Yeti. Yeah. Really? Hey, 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 Mike picked it. Mike randomly picked it. Just the luck, I guess. But on that post, all we did for that post, and it was mainly on Instagram, we said, hey, we're giving away a free Yeti. First of all, have y'all seen that trend where they throw water and it hits you in the face? We did that because it's trending. Yeah.
Did the rollout one where
Yeah.
like you're falling off of something and you roll and
A stretcher.
roll into her side.
We've done that
So
one.
good.
It works great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When you're at an open house, like I've been loving Nancy's content she's been posting. She's at open house, everybody's there. They don't walk in on you, jumping in the freezer, but like she's doing great content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but this giveaway, it was like this person and he cut open a melon and like water spewed out, and then it immediately cuts to me getting drenched in water. And so that's the hook. They're like, what the heck? Why is he getting drenched in water? And then I'm like, hey, we're giving away a giveaway, or we're doing a giveaway, giving away a Yeti. All you have to do is this, this, and this to enter. And one of the things was share the post and tag as many people as you wanted for an extra entry. So this post went off and got like 10,000 views in like 2 days. And because there was like 300 shares, which that's an engaging post. If I were to spend $300, so I spent $300 on the Yeti. If I were to spend $300 on Facebook ads, it wouldn't have performed as well, which is why I'm a big fan of giveaways and not like koozies or not like pins. Like I would say invest into something that people actually want. Yep. We did a giveaway with Espresso. Have y'all seen Espresso, the coffee truck trailer? So we did one with them and it got about 13,000 views. Yeah. Yeah, and so collaborating is another thing that you need to utilize. And if you go to another business, say you go to Home Depot or something and like, hey, can I collab with you? If they say yes, that's a big deal because anything that your post shows, it shows on their page to all their followers as well. And so this is only like a year old, maybe on Instagram, and you can do it on Facebook too, but it's mainly on Instagram that it's the biggest thing. Yes, so before you post, like on the description part and everything, there's a spot that says add tags. So there's two options. There's add tag and add collaborator. If you tag them, it will notify them and show that they're a part of the post, like in the description. But if you add them as a collaborator, up at the top, it'll show their page and your page at the same time. And so everybody on my page saw the Espresso giveaway, and it was just $50 gift card. And so everybody on my account saw it, and everybody on Espresso's account saw it. All of her, I think she has like almost 3,000 followers. And so that's a way to collaborate and steal some followers as well. Yeah, everybody wins. Somebody wins a gift card. Both me and Espresso are gaining followers from this collab.
Do they have
So-
to approve collaboration?
Yes. So once you post it, it'll be like waiting on Michael to accept your collaboration. And they'll go in their DMs, it'll pop up and you can hit accept or decline. So, I mean, If they don't want to be a part of it, they don't have to. But usually I ask beforehand, I'm like, hey, you good to collab on this? And they're like, yeah. So that's what I would do there. But YouTube is a monster. No, there's no wrong. If you want to, we can.
Even if we just like touch base on it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If y'all ever have any questions, I'll have my QR code up here in a little bit and you can save my contact. Has my website, Instagram, everything on there. But YouTube, totally different animal, totally different beast than Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. This is where the long form videos live. This is why they have YouTube TV, because people want to watch for a long time. So what are the 3 things? Have you ever heard of SEO before? Okay, search engine optimization. It's what you can do on the back end to make sure you're doing everything in your power to boost your post to the top of either the search or to have it thrown in recommended, that type of thing. So the 3 things, and there's more than this, but these will take a while. So you're going to want to make sure any video that you post has a great title. So what is the title? Something that intrigues the interest and curiosity of the viewer. It's clear and straight to the point, and you want to keep it as short as you possibly can. Because when you think about it, whenever you're scrolling on YouTube, what's the first thing that you see? You see the thumbnail and the title. If your thumbnail and title suck, they're not going to click it. So all your work down the drain, nobody's going to watch it because your thumbnail sucks and your title sucks. So it has to intrigue interest. And we have a few examples here in a second, but the second thing you're going to need to do is have a great description. So underneath the title where you click read more, that's the description. You can put links in there. You can put information on how to contact you, and you definitely want to have like what the video is about. So it needs to clearly state what your video is about. You can put links and remain consistent. You want to make sure it's like the same layout, like people know what to expect when they're watching your videos. So the third one is tags, and nobody ever knows about tags. It's an extra thing that it really doesn't show up unless you're looking for it. So these are basically keywords that you're tagging on your videos. So whenever you're posting a video on YouTube, you do your description, you do your geotag, which is, yeah, you can go to the next one. That's the, yeah, okay. So these are 2 shorts that I posted, and this is why tags are so important. So first of all, there's hashtags and then there's tags. They're separate. These both have hashtags, and I ask a question in the title. These are YouTube shorts, which you still have to put tags on YouTube. This one, same layout, mostly same hashtags, got 8 views, and that was like a month ago. No tags. I didn't put any tags. This one, in 2 days, it had 8,600 views because I put tags. That was the only difference. And they weren't like, they were both great videos, and it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm like, if that works, I'm going to put tags. So put tags. Yes. So hashtags are these guys right here, and you can put them, they're kind of how you give the algorithm a little bit more data showing what the video is about, or like a location. Yeah. Hashtags are on all platforms. So if you're posting a video about a first-time home buyer, you're going to put hashtag first-time home buyer, hashtag real estate, hashtag realtor, hashtag Abilene, hashtag Texas, Abilene realtors. So like here, I did hashtag YouTube shorts, hashtag Abilene, Texas, hashtag shorts, comedy. And I should have put hashtag podcast too. I don't know why I didn't, but put on this one. So whenever people are searching for these either places or topics, it'll increase the odds of your video showing up at the top. So yeah, that was a quick example. So that's a hashtag. Tags, you cannot see it in the front. So like you have to go to edit video whenever that's pulled up, click the little pencil, and you scroll all the way down and there's a tag section. Mhm. So
What this does to optimize hashtags do to optimize versus tags.
it's similar. You just can't put as many here. So like there's a 500 character limit in the tag section. So you'll do like avalanche. It just lets you go more in depth to further like the data that you give the algorithm. Because if the algorithm doesn't know what your video is about, it doesn't know where to send it or who to show it to. So like that's why having a description is important. That's why having hashtags are important, and tags, and even geo tagging.
Would it be better to, between hashtags, tags, to use the same keywords for some of your hashtags and put those
Yeah,
tags?
You can. All these hashtags are in my tags as well. And so you just want to kind of further go into the niche, like loans, like how to get a loan, how-to videos, real estate investing, like anything that has to do with your video, basically, as much as you can think of. And there's 500 characters. It needs to be full in order for it to be. You could ask Chat. You could say, hey, I'm making a video about this. You might even be able to upload the video to ChatGPT.
I don't think they have that capability yet, but
I
it
know you can
probably
do-
is coming within this next year. But that Claude, the new
Yeah.
thing that's rolling out for real estate agents, I believe you can.
Okay. So yeah,
CLAUDE. Claude. They were just talking about it with NAR, so it's something big
yeah.
it helps with data and like you could just put everything in there and it will. And it takes, I think it's like 200,000 coins or whatever they call it. Basically criteria, I mean, not criteria, characters
Okay.
versus ChatGPT only
Yeah.
does not even that, maybe 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can take a whole lot of information.
So yeah, using any of those AI things, platforms will help. You can describe, for example, on ChatGPT, just describe your video, say, hey, this is what this is about. This is where I'm at. This is my target audience. This is who I want to see this video in this location in Abilene, Texas. Give me 500 characters worth of tags to put on my YouTube channel to make it the most optimized. And it will be like, okay, here you go. And you just copy and paste it into there. Unless you think of better ones. So yeah, the importance of thumbnails, we'll go back to this. So once you have a good title, once you have a good description, once you have hashtags, once you have your tags in the back end of your channel or video, the most important part, in my opinion, is the thumbnail. So whenever you're thinking of your title and your thumbnail, you kind of want it to be what is it? Like a question or like a, yes, your thumbnail graphic needs to be a response to the title. So like whatever your title is, like our wilderness story, like, okay, that wasn't a good one. This one, I think it's like, this surgery has never been done before. And then her response is only God could do that. So it's like, okay, well, I know this video is going to be about a surgery that has never been done before. And God somehow did something and it makes you want to click on it. And so make sure you use bright colors, big words, because you got to remember these screens that these people are on are tiny. So these little videos are popping up like maybe 1 inch. So make sure the words are big where you can read it. And once you combine all of these things, that's your highest chance of the algorithm pushing your YouTube videos. All right. Any questions on that part? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a little bit different. Canva. So yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. So we use Canva. We use all of the Adobe products like for Photoshop and Premiere Pro. We use all of that. We use a bunch of AI tools. But yeah, Canva is a huge one, and you can just type in YouTube thumbnail, and then it'll pull up thousands of templates that you can choose from. They're not always great, so I would change them a little bit, but they're a good place to start, and they're the right dimensions because yeah, you have to do a certain dimension size and file size for the thumbnails. And YouTube will tell you what it needs to be. So Canva already has it preset. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, use Canva like crazy. Brand kit. Yeah. So another thing on the thumbnails, you don't want to mislead people. A lot of people try to use like clickbait, and it's like not even anything close to what the thumbnail described. Exactly. So like you can use those techniques, but like don't disappoint your viewers because if you're going to be talking about like if you put a thumbnail of Mike Tyson and what's his name, Jake Paul, the upcoming fight that everybody's excited about, and it's nothing to do about that, they're going to be like, you're going to click off of it. They don't care. They're probably going to unsubscribe if you're subscribed. So yeah, don't mislead people. What else do we have? That, yeah, that was all I figured we would have time to do for YouTube. How many of y'all post on YouTube right now? Have a YouTube account? Okay. So what kind of videos have you been posting? Okay. 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 So for YouTube, for posting, if you want to have the best chances, it needs to be at least one video a week, long form. And when I say long form, it's longer than like a minute, 2 minutes. It's the horizontal ones that you see on YouTube, not the vertical. Those are shorts. Best practice for YouTube is at least one long form a week and shorts every other day. So it's a lot of work. A lot of work. One of the reasons we started helping people with it because yeah.
So what do y'all offer for like I know you had.
Oh, yes, some of it, yes. Yeah. Yeah, so basically we are, I just say we're like a full service media company. And so whenever you say media, pictures, videos, graphic design, we do website stuff, and we also manage people's social medias. So basically with our clients, for example, we have all the equipment, we have all the ideas, we have the strategies, we have a studio space downtown that they utilize. They film podcasts at, make YouTube videos. But yeah, we do all of that. We'll film it, we'll produce it, we'll edit it, and we'll distribute it for you. So like basically one-stop shop for like realtors. We do MLS photos, we'll do listing videos, fixing to start doing virtual tours where you can like hit the dots and walk around. Drone stuff, we're certified drone pilots, so we can fly commercially. And then we'll put all that together and post it on your social media for you. So basically, like we'll meet with you maybe once a month. We'll have a meeting about what direction we're wanting to take social media for this month, if there's any deals, if there's any discounts or anything, if you're a retail store, giveaways. We'll sit down, we'll make your whole strategy and your plan for the month. And then we'll meet with you on another hour and we'll knock all of it out and we'll film it all. Yeah.
it's a good time. But we help you, we guide you, give you the ideas, and photography can happen there. We can follow you to listings, your videos on our phone, and those are fun.
Yeah. So like all these tips and all these things that we've learned about social media is what we use for our clients. And so basically taking the hassle out of it for people like y'all, business owners mainly, because I know it's a lot of work. I was like, if I'm going to be a business owner having to do this, I'm going to at least have it as a service. So, and it goes for us too, like my personal page and Flights Insights Media's page, like I'm posting every day. And so there was one point, it was just me. It was a one-man show for a whole year, running 7 accounts at one time. It's like, and I was like neglecting my own page. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So now we have a team.
My just implementing like posting 3 to 5 times a week, and I went from 6,000 and week like engagers on posts and stuff like that, and now I just hit 12,000.
Yeah.
This month, and that's just like daily interaction, people seeing what we're doing. So strategies, they really do work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like top-notch quality content all the time either. There are times and places for that, which even us, like we have access to like cameras that Netflix uses, and like we use it for some stuff, but people on social media don't care, and they'd rather see something on their phone. It's more relatable. So yeah, it doesn't have to be 10 out of 10 content all the time, as long as you're posting and getting out there.
Quality versus quantity. Like, you want this highly produced 10-minute video, or is it better to post like 5 times a week with these short little check-ins, like, hey, leave off with your now, and use like quantity. And that drove me nuts, because I like all my colors to match. I like my cover thing, and it hasn't mattered like at all. We've had to let that go. Yeah, so
Yeah, and when it comes to like making reels and TikToks, the first like 2 or 3 seconds is the most important part of the video, because it's the hook. If it's not a good hook, they're going to keep scrolling. Like if you think about when you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, if it doesn't catch your eye, as soon as you see it, then you're going to go to the next one.
and you're like just telling people.
Yeah,
You were clickbaiting them. Yeah.
I wasn't clickbaiting. You'll have to watch the video.
I was in perfect reel the other day. 8 seconds to make it. It starts, it's horrible quality, and it has 9,000 views, like 20.
Yep.
What was it?
It's the sound is perfect.
So that's. one.
Yeah.
Like the actual.
But
you selected a trending path.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, it was about freaking, and I made it about something else.
Yeah, and on trending sounds, like we talked about earlier, find them on TikTok. So go into the TikTok app, make your video there. Before you post it, there's a download button that you can hit, save video. It goes directly to your photos without the TikTok symbol. So if you save it before you post, it won't put the TikTok symbol. It does mismatch the audio like half a second. So if you go into CapCut or something, you can move it. They just do that to prevent people from doing that. But find, ChatGPT.
Yeah, but
Anyways, use the TikTok trending audios. Make your video in TikTok, save it there without the watermark TikTok. And then go to Instagram, use that same exact video, same sound, just straight up post it. That audio will be trending in Instagram. You'll be ahead of the curve because Instagram's 1 to 2 weeks behind. So you'll be the trendsetter on Instagram. That makes sense.
We have a question from the chat of what are your insights on repurposing content on a different platform? Can you just touch on that a little
Yeah.
bit?
So basically, any content that you make for our clients, for us, we'll sit down, we'll make an hour worth of content, which is like 20 posts usually. A month or two down the road goes by, people forget about those posts. So just repost them. If you're like, I don't know what to post today, post an old video. Nobody's going to remember. Nobody cares that much, especially if it's like 5 seconds long. So you repurpose the content as much as you can. If it's pictures, make a photo reel, change the words on the screen. Like,
Make reels with it. But do a little cutout of you in front of the house, like.
yeah. So definitely repurpose everything. Yeah. Or even do like day in the life. Anything that's, yeah. 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 Or like just doing like weird dances. I'm like,
I used to do that. I would hide my phone in the shopping cart. It like, I love antiquing, so therapeutic. So I was doing roll me shopping and I like hide it in the cart and it was like bumping around. I was like, okay, no, I'm just holding it. I'm gonna own it. Like, it's been great. B-roll.
B-roll. It's just so there's this thing called A-roll and there's B-roll. So A-roll is like if you're filming a talking head video, it's showing you're talking to the camera. It's the primary thing they're listening to. B-roll is things you can throw on top that aren't you talking. Just random things.
You have to go back to this where, and then go walk past it, you know, I bought a $5 tripod on Amazon, and I laughed because we took to Fredericksburg, and I threw it in the car with me, and they were like, you brought your tripod, you have my hand, I was like, no, I can set it up, I can see what I look like, it was so helpful, it's awesome, it literally just like folds down into this tiny, on in a water bottle, throw it in the back of your car, take it with you.
We all talk about,
When you say pixels, like resolutions for videos? Okay, yes, I think I know what you're talking about. So everybody pull up your, if you, do we all have iPhones? Okay, if you have an iPhone, I don't know how to do an Android. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to do Android. So go to your camera app, open your camera app, slide over to video. At the top, yeah, is this what you were talking about? Okay. So the only platform you can upload in 4K is YouTube. So for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, there's this little button that says either HD or 4K. Do you all see it? So HD is 1080p. 4K is 4 times the resolution of 1080p, which means bigger file sizes, and it's like a physically bigger screen area. So there's 4K and HD on your phone. If you're posting to Instagram or Facebook, do HD, and then there's this little number next to it. That's your frames per second. So if you click it, there's different options. All the phones are a little different based on the year. But there's 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, and usually 60. So do 30 frames per second in HD. That'll look the most natural, and it will not, what do you call it? Downscale. Yeah, it won't make it look, it'll look clear. If it's a short or, yeah, any short form content. Yes.
For background noise,
Sure.
so that it is focused on what you're saying. Like if you're outside walking around and all you hear is the wind, you can have your phone setting for the, to not hear any of that. Where? Yeah.
So if you go,
Wait, after this, well, let's ask them if they have any questions, but.
Yeah.
We do have lots of questions, and then we.
Okay, I thought my husband, yeah. I mean, we got-
Okay, how, no, you're good. What are you inside, oh wait, hold on, sorry. How do you use sound again on Instagram?
yeah, so just, okay, real quick. Whenever you're going to post on Instagram, you'll upload your video, and then where is it at? In the bottom or the top? Yeah, so you'll go plus, reel, upload something. Next. Okay, so there's a little like music symbol at the top on Instagram. You click the music symbol, it pulls up all the audios. And this is where you can see if there's an arrow on the beginning of the title, it's trending. And you want to use a trending sound. Never use a sound that is not trending. So, yeah, and if you can find a video and you can see it right next to the title, it says how many reels people have used it on. So like this top one says, 3,000 to 5,000. So if you can find a sound that's only 3,000 to 5,000 reels have been made, and there's a trending audio next to it symbol, use that one because it's more than likely going to be blowing up in the next few days.
Okay, next
Yes, I post the same thing on TikTok. I post the same thing on Facebook and Instagram. They all go to the same. Either way. I go Instagram to Facebook. Yeah, in the Meta Business Suite, you can link them, or you don't even have to be in the Meta. You can do it in the app, Facebook app. Don't have a business account. If you're set up as a business account, you don't get access to these sounds that are trending. You use stock music and it will go nowhere. If you're a business account, they want you to buy ads. That's the only thing they're doing. So there's two other options. You can set it up as a personal account or a creator account. Creator account is basically like a business account, but they give you access to all the trending audios. So I'm set up as a creator. And technically, once you start posting, you're a creator. So, creator account. That's what I would say to that. Are there any more? Okay.
Whether you are a personal page or your own personal and versus the business and whatnot, it may not allow you to join some of those.
Yes.
On how.
Yeah. So I would go on Instagram, personal and creator, and then on Facebook. I mean, I haven't seen as big of a difference, but yeah, try to go personal if it lets you. So.